Hello, Capricorn, my sweetest Capricorns. How are you? Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, my dear Capricorn, I feel like I've gone back to winter. I woke up this morning and there was snow everywhere. It's not too deep, but it was enough that it got my little dog Lily really excited. She's the only one, I think. She's really excited about the snow. So, it's sort of a very calming, I'm finding, anyways, kind of atmosphere around me and as I come into the reading for you. So we'll see what your energy has for me here. I'm going to start with the Divine Animals Oracle card from that deck for you. And then I'm going to go into, oh my goodness, I can't even remember the name of this tarot deck. I'm so bad with that. The name of this deck. That's what it looks like on the back. It's the good, no, it's not the Good Tarot. The Light Seers. I think it's the Light Seers Tarot. So I'm going to do that. We're going to find out about your energy and what I can tell you about yourself. It's kind of funny. Well, they say the tarot really just tells you what you already know, or it kind of confirms, reaffirms, can kind of make you say, hey, yeah, you know what? If it resonates, it is general, so there is that trick to it. If it resonates. So let's get started. There is going to be an extension at the end of this reading. The link will be at the top of the description if you are drawn to that. So let's get started, Capricorn. A card for Capricorn. Capricorn's energy right now. Allow Capricorn to see deeper into themselves at this time. An energy card for Capricorn. Allow Capricorn to see deeper within themselves at this time. Two shuffles. Two. Oh, you have kindness. The world needs a lot more of that. Oh, that's so nice. I love it. Oh, I feel like let's just do a group hug. Let's do a group hug, Capricorn. Does that feel good? This is such a beautiful story. This is a story of, I can't remember if she's a princess, a goddess, is a pretty chick. It's a pretty girl. She, takes it upon herself to be kind to, I believe it's the bats. She's kind to all sorts of little creatures, let's just say, and just doing it because of the sake of it. So doing it for the sake of it, and then people kind of being mean and making fun of her, and I think she gets banished to an island and there's no food there, but everyone that she was ever kind to, pretty much the animals and the bats, they bring food, and then this island ends up flourishing. So it's a really beautiful story, isn't it? And it's so beautiful that that's your card right now. So the kindness that you offered to others, the kindness that you kind of utilize to get through your day, even showing kindness to yourself is very, very important. Wow, look at the bottom. You have happiness and news. Something's coming in. So happiness, really beautiful energy here. It's like a the news of a rebirth. The news of a rebirth I'm hearing. Karmically healing energy, perhaps karmically healing news. Oh, I'm intrigued by what this news is. It's kind of like a little extra something for you there. We're gonna have, once I start clarifying things, I will clarify that with my little clarifier deck. Nice. So let's pull out some cards and see what we get here. What's the story for Capricorn? Cabbage corn. I kind of make me a cabbage corn soup. I don't know. It sounds good. I have a feeling though, it might make a lot of gas. I don't know. Cabbage and corn. Cabbage is good for you. Capricorn, Capricorn. Tell us Capricorn's story here. What is going on for Capricorn? What do they need to know? They've got this beautiful energy of kindness here. And then you have Temperance. It's the first card that has come out. Balancing the unknown with the possibilities of happiness and joy. Maybe you're struggling right now. Well, I don't really get that feeling, actually. I kind of feel like you're in your own space is how I would describe that. Because this is your main card and she's kind of like in her own space. There's no people or anyone around. But these beautiful bats. It is really about showing kindness at a time when others would not. Well, there you are. You're on that journey. You're on a journey here. The Magician, wow. Interesting message I'm getting with your underline. You have the Four of Swords and the Magician. Sleep is very important to you right now, and I don't want to say it like you need to catch up on it. Maybe you do. Take that as you will, whatever it means to you. If it seems relevant, then maybe you should. But it seems actually to me like your sleep is very important. There's actually a point where you're manifesting. You're using sleep to manifest. Your subconscious is somehow connecting with something higher. It's aligning your energy. It's weaving the, oh wow. It's weaving the fabric of a new cycle. Kind of feels like it's weaving the fabric of a new cycle, and it comes from your heart space. It's coming from your heart space. So it's as if when you sleep, there are no outside energies that are affecting your heart space. And your heart space is almost taking this as an opportunity. Your soul, your spirit, your deeper self is taking this as an opportunity to use that energy to weave what you are creating for yourself in the future. Because I see you here. You're on your new, you are starting your journey, and you're starting it in really good energy. How long ago was it? I think it was like pre-December. Was it December? November? I can't remember that. Like if you're an avid Capricorn watcher on my channel, you remember when I did a reading and it was the World. You got the World a lot. Like it was very significant. And then I think in the extended, you actually had 21 major arcana. And it was just so, the energy was huge. Like just like trying to really get to you and say, hey, you're completing a cycle. You're successfully completing a cycle here. And which means you're going to start a new cycle, a new journey. And here, I see it here. Look at it. You've had balance, actually closing off a cycle. This is, I think, why you're going into this new cycle in really, really good energy. You have such good energy right now, Capricorn. It's awesome. I kind of like seeing this change because at the beginning of the pandemic, like there was a lot of tension in the cards. There was a lot of feeling like blocked. I think a lot of people have been working through that, like taking the opportunities to work through things internally here. And it's showing up now. When I'm doing the readings, like it's kind of showing up. And you are showing up here. So before closing off the cycle, you spent that time alchemizing the past, alchemizing emotions, situations, the unknown, things that could cause you fear, the feminine and the masculine within you. This is a really great Temperance card because it really shows us all the different polar energies here. And polarization is actually an aspect of evolution through, it could be a concept or yourself, because they eventually come together. They're eventually pulled in together again. When you can kind of say that, whoa, because the snake pulls in on itself. And there you are completing the cycle. Successfully completing the cycle. And whatever is the past for you. But before you did that, you really took the time to alchemize. You took the time to go within, taking the time to rest, to heal. And then as you're walking, so now you're walking into the new cycle, right? This is what's showing up on the other side of the world. You're leaving behind things that don't serve you anymore. It's the Knight of Pentacles, so you're also taking your time. You're not missing the little things along the way. You're making sure that what needs to be looked after is getting looked after. If it's a mundane aspect of life, that's okay, because you're sort of realizing that as life goes on, as weeks and days progress here, if you haven't looked after those things, you're not going to have opportunities to do what you really want. Because at the end of the day, everything needs to be looked after. And if you don't look after it, it's going to catch up to you. So you're making sure you're leaving behind things. You know what? I don't need these anymore. I don't need, it could be relationships. It could be objects in your life. It could be concepts of planning and thinking that you had in the past. And you're dropping it all away. And I love this. Like, come with me, horse, if you want to. You're not, the horse isn't being asked to carry any burdens. You've got one thing here. Perhaps it's a new idea. Perhaps it's your new beginning that you're carrying with you, and everything else is falling away and you're walking forward. And what are you walking forward into? Knowing that there's going to be some good stuff out there. What does today bring? Being open to it. Being open to what might come in, to experiences and opportunities that might come towards you. Wow, that. It's just, you know, when y'all get this balanced energy, it's so easy to read. So shall I dig? Shall I dig a little bit here? I might actually pull out, I might go a little beyond this because it's really just telling you how well you're doing. I know it's nice to hear, right? But I know like people come to tarot readings wanting to know, okay, what's the problem that's going on? How do I deal with that? It looks like you're dealing. Like it honestly looks like you're dealing with it. What do we need to know about the Three of Wands? Let's ask that, because this is kind of like it's signifying that you have already done things in the past that are creating opportunities to come forward to you in the future. And I feel like it's a little bit linked to this. Slow and steady wins the race. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands for Capricorn. You have the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, it's like leaving behind things that are not working. If there's people that you've been working with or projects that you've been working on or a place that you've been working or working with your family, whatever this is, if there's things that have felt like an uphill battle, just like, no, walking away from that. And of course, we're like leaving these heavy burdens. When you do that, you open up energetic space around you so that other things can come towards you. It's really kind of cool. I mean, to open up your space for the Three of Wands, you've released burden. You're releasing burden, or at least you are pretty near in the future. See where you sit. Like if you feel like you're still sort of closing off the past here, maybe you're still in this Temperance energy, and you're gonna have complete. Like she looks so happy and free, doesn't she? She looks like it reminds me of like a teenage girl skipping rope or something with her friends on a beautiful sunny day. It's really free and it's really light, and it moves into really grounded, really practical, really inspired energy at the same time. Lately, I don't know if it's the light changing her. I look so oily. Do I? I know I can't help it. I feel like you're at my house with me doing the reading. I mean, that's how I do these. So I don't treat it like we're on YouTube, even though we are. So I would say, do I look oily? What do you think? I don't know what it is. The Knight of Pentacles. I had to throw something in there. This was just too like easy going. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh, look it. Oh my gosh. Capricorn, can you make this reading any better? The Ten of Cups. You're going towards emotional fulfillment. You want to find connection with people where you meet emotional fulfillment, where you can have that. You're going to go slow and steady. You're going to leave things from the past that just aren't serving you. Maybe some of these have been difficult. I mean, you have Temperance leading up to the World. So maybe there's been a point in time for yourself, you know, where you have to kind of pull away at the layers of who you are, who you've become in life. We can get caught up in our journey. We can get caught up in things that we achieve. We can get caught up in goals that we set for ourselves. And sometimes we can find that all of the goals that we've created for ourselves, we almost become like a cog in the wheel, as opposed to someone is like making big decisions about it, like making the rational decisions about your life. Are you just doing things because, well, this is the little hamster wheel that I got myself on now, and it's easy to stay that, easy to do that, easy to do that. It's not so easy to walk away from those things, but you will find a sense of freedom and happiness when you're connecting with what it is that you really truly want to do. You're looking for happiness, but you're going in a very practical barefoot. So yeah, look at, actually, Temperance still has his boots on. He still has his shoes on. She's barefoot. He's barefoot. And she's barefoot. I love it. Like really leaving things behind so that you can truly ground with yourself. The World. What have you completed successfully here? What have you completed successfully here? Wow. Well, actually, I think no. Which one? I don't think it matters. You know what? It doesn't matter what order. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Emperor. What you have successfully completed here for yourself is establishing your own sovereignty and leadership in your life in a really powerful way. Like, if nobody can touch this. Nobody can touch you in there. I'm saying like touch you, or like I'm speaking in the present, because I'm not really sure where you're fitting on this timeline. So if you feel like you're still over in Temperance, if you haven't quite closed off your cycle, or if you're over here with the Knight of Pentacles moving slowly towards expectation of wishes and dreams coming true or coming in for you to build them, just see where you sit. So I'm not really going to use past tense. I'm just going to stick with what I'm reading the cards. So Temperance, closing things off, getting balance here. Wow, look at you. The Wheel of Fortune with Temperance. So changing. This is almost as if kind of like realizing, having a realization about how much you have control over your own destiny here. Like you've changed, taking action to change your circumstances, which in turn changes the energy that you start to move into. Sure. Well, Capricorn, there we go. The news. That's right. I knew there was something interesting here. I mean, this is really beautiful, but I almost feel like I don't need to guide you. You put me out of business, Capricorn. Let's look at the news. Maybe the news is bringing you happiness. Maybe the news has something to do with this, a new cycle that's about to be born for you. What is this news? I feel like maybe I need a new deck. No. Yeah. Let's use a new deck. Okay, everybody go down the table a little bit. Go down this way. Go over there. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no, let's use this one. Oh, that's funny. And you got the wheel. Let's give it a pre-shuffle. Let's pre-shuffle a little bit, Capricorn. The news for Capricorn. What is this news for Capricorn? Is it a message, information, something new that they do not know now? That's why it's called new. It's new. New information. The news. What do you think they added an S on the end? What's new? New information. The news for Capricorn. What kind of news? Oh shit, what is this? No, I'm sorry I asked. I liked it when it was all free flowing so well. What the hell is this? You got the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Could be though, there's an ending. There's an ending, but it goes into like conflict. Oh, I'm so tired of conflict. I gotta tell you. I don't know, maybe just reading the energy lately has been tiring. It was kind of nice to sit in here, and now what is this? There's some sort of major ending here. But it might not be you. It brings happiness, though. But there's a fight through this. Feeling like you have to defend yourself? Kind of like when you're down? I don't know, perhaps maybe there's someone around you. You're going to be getting some kind of news. That someone is either like completely defeated in something and feeling like they need to defend themselves. And there's a conflict around this. Like, these are all very heavy cards. What is the happiness? The happiness with the dolphin. The Knight of Wands, movement. Free movement. Determined movement. The Knight of Wands. The happiness. The Emperor. And the World. You had the Emperor over here. Oh, you had the Emperor with the World over here. What the heck? So this is part of your happiness. The Knight of Wands, the Emperor in the world. This is talking about the new cycle for you. It's based on happiness, which would make a lot of sense, because that's where you're going over here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Taking control over your life and starting. Like, look at starting from, almost like jumping from the Knight of Wands into the Emperor. Happiness here. Who is this news about? I need to get a... This almost feels like its own reading, this little part. Who is this news about? Who is this regarding for Capricorn? How would they identify this person? Who is this news about? The Six of Swords. It could be someone that you've traveled away from, someone that you've moved away from, someone who you know is moving towards you, or someone that you're moving towards. It has something to do with movement. It is movement, though, that's also based on sort of the universe kind of guiding this. Universe is steering the ship here. There's someone around you that I feel like is going through something. I mean, the energy could be reversed too. And if it is, you're coming out on the other side with happiness. Happiness, leadership, freedom of movement, a brand new cycle to be negotiated. Very empowering energy. It's almost like going into, I was noticing like her little shoes, her little slippers, they sort of remind me of the style that you would see like a genie in. So it's all about making magic moving into the future. But there's this. Ten of Swords. What is this painful ending? The Empress. Gosh, look, because you have the Empress and the Emperor here. You're showing up as the Emperor twice. A painful ending with the Empress. So it could be like with a partner on some level. The Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands. The Two of Cups. The Five of Wands. The Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands again. Oh, and the Knight of Wands takes us right here into happiness. There is news. Wow. This news seems to be about like some sort of counterpart for you. You're coming up as the Emperor, and this is the Empress with the Two of Cups. There could be a rebirth. All these cards that have come out to clarify this are very positive. They're really positive cards on top of negative cards. So in some way, it makes me feel like there's something here that transforms. Where does this go? Where does this end up going for Capricorn? Where does this end up going for Capricorn? Oh, do you see where some of these cards land on me? It's interesting. Oh, you can't see it. I don't think you can see it on the camera. The Three of Swords landed directly on the Six of Swords. Oh, and the Six of Swords. Actually, it's interesting because it did land in the reverse. And I kind of want to take it that way. And I'll show you why. I'm like not forcing it. You have the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. Where is this going for you? It's going a lot of wand energy. Actually, a lot of fire. With the Emperor, Knight of Wands twice, Queen of Wands, Four of Wands. Three of Wands is where you want to go in the future. You're taking a practical approach to kind of taking life by the cojones and going after what you want. Doing what you want in a day as opposed to having to do what other people want you to do in a day. That's kind of how I would maybe describe that, all that wand energy. It looks... I'm kind of seeing here, there's some sort of news about something that there was a painful ending in. It's definitely something to do with a counterpart. This counterpart, I mean, it could be someone that you were in business with. It feels an awful lot like more like romantic or a deep, deep friendship between you and someone else. Where there was death, painful ending, then you have abundance, fruitfulness, growth, joy. Where there is defensiveness, there is camaraderie, there is equality, connection. Where there was conflict, you have balance and movement. And where is it taking you? It's taking you the Four of Wands and the Queen of Wands. The Three of Hearts, or the Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords flew out on its own and landed right on the Six of Swords. in reverse like that. So it's a cycle about healing the heart. You're moving into a cycle about happiness and empowerment and movement. Gosh, look at that at the bottom. Whoa. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Wands again, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, and the Two of Wands. You are moving into a cycle where you're pulling in, you're going towards, I want to say it sounds like your better days. It sounds like your better days. I don't know what the days were prior to this. It just doesn't show up in the reading because you're really at a completion here. So it's almost, and you've balanced it. You've balanced it. You've closed it off with the Wheel of Fortune. Or you're in the process of doing that wherever you sit in this. You've taken, I feel like too, like I want to say, I'm hearing like taking the high road. Taking the high road here with kindness. And you're moving into a cycle where you're going to find, you find complete control over your life is what it feels like. Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor twice. You have complete control over your life and the direction of your life and what you want to, what you choose to do with your time and your days. Having a real practical approach here to finding experiences and connections with other people that lead to emotional fulfillment. You know, leaving the baggage behind, having hope for a brighter day. Yeah. Oh, look, see, we had to dig it out and it got real interesting, didn't it? Life always is interesting when you dig a little bit deeper. The surface is just that. It's just the surface. And when, look, you got the Three of Wands and the Five of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, so many cards. Everybody has so much in the underline lately. Three of Wands at the bottom. That's how you're ending. That's how this ended. When the first part that we started with, you're going right there again. Expect things to come in. The Five of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. You know, it just kind of feels like closing off things from the past that aren't working for you. It feels like it's connected to this, like leaving some things behind here that aren't working. No, putting that off. I too think like this is leaving a whole whack of stuff behind. It all sits behind having expectation for the future, which was your Three of Wands. Having expectation for the future. Knight of Cups into Five of Cups. Offers that you've made in the past. Just things based on your heart and your feelings and the disappointment that led to, and recognizing the lessons in that and breaking away from it. Like this is a whole new start. All of that sits behind expectation for the future. And I think you have every right to have high hopes for the future, right? From what your cards are showing me. They're really good. All right, I'm going to go and do the extended. I'm going to ask for guidance for you and future outcomes and see what else we can pull out. What other magic we can make. Until next time, Capricorn, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.